Hello, welcome back to the mailbag. This is a very exciting video. This is my GenCon 2025 edition. I got my 2024 shirt on because I just got back from GenCon last night, and my 2025 shirt, I wore it. It's dirty. It needs to be washed. So I'm still representing with last year's shirt, but I have so much stuff. Not even, and I'm going to have to do a part two to this because not everything is even here yet. I took an extra suitcase and then I had to ship a box with stuff in it. And I also had to order something that was very large that I'm like, I'm just going to order it direct from the company instead of getting there at Gen Con. So that is actually on the way as well. So, but I have a bunch of stuff that I did get at Gen Con. I have a Kickstarter that arrived the day I left for Gen Con. And then I have another box that showed up as well while I was gone. So I'm going to kind of just do everything. 95% of this is going to be Gen Con. So I'm just calling this the Gen Con haul video. And this is going to be a while. I think this might be a big video, but I'm just going to show you what I got. Maybe, I don't know, comment or share whatever I might feel like talking about. There's a couple things that I've got some things I want to share with you about what, Gen Con related with the game, but let's just get started. All right. And then, but of course, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, please. Subscribe. It's free. And then hit that bell icon so you'll know I'm going to have a lot of videos, lots of unboxings. None of this is unboxing today. It's just going to show you, here's the box, here's what I got. And then all of this stuff, I'm going to record unboxings and release some like every day. So I'm going to be recording a lot of videos over the next bit. So maybe for the next 2 months, you might see every video just me in the same shirt because I'm recording it all on the same day. But just, I do change my clothes. All right, let's get started. We're going to start with this box here. Everything is piled up over here. So went to 25th Century Games. Couple of things that there was 2 games I really wanted from them, Botswana and La Habana. They'd already sold out for the con. They had no more copies left, but I did pick up Raw and Right. So this is a flip and right game based on the classic Raw game, which is I backed like this 25th Century reprint. And I know you can buy it in the store, but I backed like the acrylic tiles, and that's like getting really close to finally shipping out. So I will have that soon. But nice Reiner Knizia game and Ian O'Toole. So I'm looking forward. I love Raw. Raw is a fantastic game. I can't wait to actually have it in my collection. And yeah, I thought I'll check out Raw and Right. So that's the first one. You're going to see me doing a lot of the leaning back and forth, taking from this pile, putting over on this pile. In fact, let me just put this up here. All right, next. I'm a fan of, and then I move there. The camera, this camera does something like when I move, the way the lights are, it's not the lights changing, it's my camera changing. Like, look, if I lean over or something, I come back, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I went this way, didn't I? And see there, it's like the camera's like changing the brightness and darkness automatically. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that because sometimes I'm like super pale. All right, but I love Dice Throne. And so this year they had something different. And I didn't get this. I'm not interested in playing this. It really doesn't look like something I'm interested in, but I have to support these guys. And I love Dice Throne. This year they released Slam Throne. Let me put that a little closer. So what this is you get like a what they call a slammer. And each one of these bags, it's going to be one of those games where it's like you don't know what's in it. You're going to get a slammer, which is what people are going to want to collect because that is a character from the Dice Throne universe. And then you get 20 caps and a neoprene slam pad. So I guess there's a little pad in here. I didn't know that. It says, but these are the 2025 Gen Con editions. I don't know how these are going to be different than what's going to come in the regular games, but you get these little caps, and if you get, the characters are what your slammers are what you're gonna want to get. So I bought 4 bags of these. I have no idea. I could end up with 4 of the same character, and they're gonna have these. So I got 4 of these. Right now there's 4 different characters. I don't know if I've got 4 of the same, if I got 2, 3, or all 4 characters. I won't know till I open them. We'll have a separate video for that. But it's more of, I love dice throwing. I want to support the company, and yeah, Roxley is I don't even think this is Roxley anymore. I think this is Dice Throne. Roxley and Dice Throne, their booths were separate, so I think they might have separated somehow. But anyways, we're gonna open these. Hit that notification icon. So if you want to watch me open my Slam Throne bags, you'll be notified when that happens. All right, next. So I went to AEG birthday, 30th anniversary birthday bash thing. So they had a big party, and we were playing games that like in party mode, and I'll kind of talk about that in a minute. But then they gave us a bag, a very large bag, but we had a whole bunch of games and different things. So they gave us this Smash Up, the Penguins. So I actually don't have the Penguins, so this was a nice little addition to my pack. So it has the divider in here plus the cards, so I can add them to my Smash Up big box. All right. All right, that day has arrived. Rob and my friend Eva have sworn and supported and talked about how great this particular developer or this designer is. And I am like, boo, they suck. I don't like any of the games I've played by this person. I don't want to play any more games by this person. Carl Chuddick, you got me, buddy. You got me. Panda Spin is phenomenal. My friend, he was like, hey, pick this up, because I got another game in here from him that my buddy Rob gave me, because he bought like a newer versions. He's like, here, I'm going to give you my last release deluxe edition, because he's got the new ultimate edition or whatever. And I'm like, oh, gee, thanks, Carl Chuddick. You know how I feel about him. And he's like, I'm going to get you one day. So I was telling my friend Eva, I was like, oh, yeah, Rob gave me another Carl Chuddick game. Yay. And she's like, you need to pick up Panda Spin. I'm like, whatever. So I went and I was looking at what this is. I'm like, this actually looks interesting. It's a card shedding game. And it kind of reminds me of Scout. And I really like Scout. So I decided this wasn't expensive. I was going to pick it up, Panda Spin. And Rob also got a copy. Well, actually, I got, because the booth, who were these people? I'm trying to remember their name. What was the company's booth? Who were these? Like, everything's written in, it's Moongate Design, but it wasn't, whichever booth was selling this, there was like, buy 2 games, get 1 free. And they didn't have 3 that I wanted. I picked up 2 games. I can't even remember what yeah, I do know. I'll get to that eventually. It's in the pile. But I'm like, I know Rob wanted this, so I grabbed 2 of these. So I got 1 for free and gave it to Rob. And so we opened up his there at the convention. We played it. And I'm like, man, this is awesome. The cards are gorgeous. I can't wait to unbox this on video and show you the gorgeous cards in this game. But we just played like without the elements, like kind of doing just, we were short on time. And it's like, let's just play this game without the elements. We're just gonna do the card shedding, get to know the symbology and how this game plays. And then when we got back to his place, was that I think we played it Sunday afternoon before I had to leave for the airport, and we threw in the elements. We didn't get to play a complete game. We had to do a short one due to time. But oh man, the elements make like, it's really good. They act as the trump card, but they give you these abilities, and man, it's you upgrade the cards, you can upgrade them, and man, you can like lay out. We were able to lay out just strings of like runs, and I'm like, I've never played a card shedding game that you could just do like some pretty big combinations and like boom, your whole hand goes out. And it was just the last play I did. It was like Rob's like, what the heck, man? I was like, I laid my whole hand like boom. I had this big run. It was awesome. So really fun game, Panda Spin. I mentioned the AEG Big Game Night earlier, so we played Merchants or the Guild of Merchants Explorers, but we did this party pack version where like the whole entire place. I think there was how many people were in there? 300-400 people. I don't know. There was a couple hundred people in there, and we were all playing the same game, not like at our table. Like if you've been to AEG Big Game Night, you are usually playing like you have a table and it's like a group of four, and then there was four, and you probably got, let's see, we had 16 people I think at one of those long tables, but it was like a group of four, and then another group of four, but they were all playing just the one game. At the birthday bash, they had everybody in the whole place. We played Tiny Towns, Ready Set Bet, and Guild of Merchants Explorers, so they have this party version. And so I don't own this game. I've played it before. Not a big fan of it, but they did give us this party pack with this thing's got like maps and stuff in it, and you play it different. You just have a big group of people. This says it plays up to, does it say a number? Just a party. It's got to have a number because it's based on the amount of maps in here. Not so 9 oversized explorer cards. So I think you can play up to 9 people. So there's that. It's the party version of Guild of Merchant Explorers from AEG. All right. Next. All right, let's go with this one. So Rob bought the Four Doors. And this was one I had kind of like, I'm like, yeah, I want to check it out. It's by Matt Leacock, Matthew Riddle, and Ben Pinchback. And it was something that originally when I was looking at it, I kind of got the impression it felt like Forbidden Island. And it's not necessarily like that. It's and there's some elements of it that like make me think of that, but it's so he bought the game. I was at like the next booth buying another game, which maybe I'll talk about here in a minute. And I saw him buy this one, and I was like, yeah, I was going to pick it up, but I'm like, well, I'm going to wait. So after he bought this, we were headed out to go sit down in the big gaming area, and we ended up playing this game, the Four Doors. As soon as we were done, I got up and went back and purchased my copy. The cards are really they're really nice. It's a small game. It is pretty. We played like on the easy mode, and it wasn't hard. Obviously, it was on easy, but I can see where this game, it's one of those that's like you've got to kind of be quick. You cannot take your time, because the longer you take to get you're like trying to get these idols, and by getting certain cards in your hand to be able to find the idol under each of these doors. But there's just like this darkness or these shadows that are moving in and will close the doors, like, and if you get too many cards on either side, or you get too many on one side, it pushes the door like closed. So it's fully open, then it's like partially, and then it can be fully closed, and then you automatically lose. So as soon as one of these doors closes, if you didn't get the artifact from behind that door yet, you automatically lose. So it's almost like a race, but it's cooperative game, and it's the cards are really nice. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this one, and that's the Four Doors. This is from Happy Camper Games. All right. If I forget, I'm going to try to remember to do all the designer names and the companies. I did, not all the artists are not always listed. This one, the illustrations are by Asher Israel and Zachary Hole. If I've got a lot of stuff to go through, so I'm going to try to remember to give you those names. Especially at least the name, the designer, and the company, so that you can hit their website if you want to, if you're interested, or again, just look on BGG and get all that information. All right. I was going to talk about, so we were talking about the 4 doors, and I was at the booth next to it. Let me reach way over. I was talking to the designer, Ty McDonald, about his game, The Last Command. This is a deck building game. I got real big Star Realm vibes from this. I guess this is his own company. He was there as an independent, and I thought this was cool. It's like, this is like the first time I bought a game from an independent person. He was there selling his game. Sentient Games LLC is his company, and he was talking about the game and various things, and I got to listen to him and meet him, and I ended up buying it, and he even signed it and put his logo on it with the dice. This is a really, really nice game. I'm not going to open it. That's for an unboxing. It's already unwrapped because he unwrapped it so he could sign it. Whee! Where'd I go? I'm trying to get the sleeve back on. So I do have The Last Command. This is a really neat looking game. This is the Kickstarter edition. So there's playmats in here. There's metal cubes. There's some sleeves, all kinds of stuff. But this really looks like, if you like Star Realms, I feel like this is Star Realms to the next level. And it looks fantastic. I cannot wait to play this. This is going to be one of those that I get played very quickly, very soon. I won't be surprised if I get it played by the end of the week. Of course, it's 2-player. I got to get someone else to play, but I don't think it's going to be too tough to find. Again, so that's The Last Command by Ty McDonald, art by Alex Pushkarev for Sentient Games LLC. So check out his website, and yeah. All right, next from Capstone Games. This is a Wolfgang Kramer and Michael Kiesling game. It's a smaller one called Up or Down. This was one of those that was sitting there, and I was just like, it was like $15. I was like, okay, it's Wolfgang Kramer and Michael Kiesling. I'm gonna take it, right? So this is just a like a little card game. It says once you choose, see how far you can go for big points. You're like building your cards up or down. The art's by Gina Reuter and Kwanchai Moria. Plays 2 to 6 players. So up or down. We'll be doing an unboxing on that one, and be a fun one. All right, next I went to 10 Studios. 10 Studios. 10 is a game that Ivy Studios is making that I have it crowdfunded, waiting to get that. And so I went to Ivy Studios to purchase a couple things. I'm pretty sure I have something else from them in here somewhere. I thought I ordered something else. I don't think I bought just this. There was something else. I can't remember what it was. Oh, yes. It's in this box. Okay. I have 3 things from these guys. So I went to Ivy Studios because I like Fractured Sky. I've got it sitting, I think it's like right behind me over. Now I'm leaning the wrong way. I think it's right somewhere down here. I think it's right. Oh, I'm pointing the wrong way. I think this is right. There it is. Right under my arm. Fractured Sky. My thumb's on it. My thumb is, no, thumb, go the other way. There you go. That's it. Fractured Sky. All right. So I like Fractured Sky, and they have a micro expansion called Rift that they just released. And this has, I've got the metal edition. There's like a plastic, which is like in a black box. This is the metal version, and it adds new starfalls of various colors. And so it adds another way of basically scoring with getting these additional starfalls. And so I had to pick that up. I'm also had crowdfunded and waiting on Tend, which it looks like an amazing game coming from them. And they have, in the Tend universe, they have this new game called Graft, and it's it's like a card game. It says farm fish, forage to collect the perfect harvest. This game designed by Zach Dixon, Max Anderson, Austin Harrison, with illustrations by Kelly Nakamura, and it's in the 10 universe. And I'm like, I'm gonna pick this up. It's a limited edition, and like I think that is like they had so many that they're doing for Gen Con, because I don't think these are officially out, or maybe they just released them just now. But they had 3 like games like this. Another one was a Pillar of Fate, I think. And then I got this one, Time to Panic. I picked this one up. Mainly the reason I grabbed this one was because they had these really nice bags, which is in my shipment coming. They were like, you go to Gen Con, you get a bag when you buy stuff. They're usually really cheap, canvasy. They're good enough to haul stuff around for a day. But Ivy Studios was giving out really, really nice bags. Like one that's going to last you for a long time. It's got like in leather, their name of the studio on the out, stitched onto the outside of this nice bag. And I had asked the guy, like, how much did you have to spend to get that? And he's like, I'm just going to give it to you. Because I was standing in line forever. There were some people, being nice by saying people. There were some people in front that were standing there. There's one guy checking out, people coming to buy the games. There's one person checking out. You get this couple up there, and they're just like, oh, what about this? And when's this coming out? And asking all these questions. Meanwhile, you got all these people lined up to make purchases, and they don't care. They were just carrying on about all this stuff. Like, buy your stuff and move. Get out. You're holding up the line. I was really close to like saying something to him. I was getting so angry. Like, come on. We're all hot. We're loaded down with stuff. We're tired. We're cranky. We want to buy, and you're holding us up. So anyways, I was like, I had already just added this. I'm like, this looks interesting. Let me try it out. I was there to buy this. I ended up adding this. And then the guy was like, but I heard him say something to one of the other people about like, oh, you get this bag for, you spent so much. And I was just like, how much was the bag? Because I was like, man, that's a nice bag. I want that bag. And he's like, I'm going to give it to you. He's like, I'm just going to give it to you. You're close. And I think it was because we were standing in line so long. And, these people have to be really nice to everybody. It's not like he can say, hey, I got to move on, move on, buddy. I got a line here. And I was like, you know what? Throw this in. Because I don't want anything for free, right? And I appreciated, but it's like, I didn't think I was at that number. So I'm like, throw this game in. I have no idea what it is. But it's another card game. I don't even know which, like, I don't know if Time to Panic is, or if it's the Panic universe, or it's the Time universe, or these are supposedly like in these little games like Pillar of Fate was like in that universe that they've created that Ivy Studios has done. So this one's about working together to repair the timeline. I thought it kind of sounded like it might be an interesting game. So I added that one. So thank you to Ivy Studios. And they had an amazing, their setup and everything. They just went all out. Even their studio, or the room they were in was set up very nice. They had these just beautiful lights on the outside. Ivy Studios, it was plain, but it looked very like elegant. It wasn't just a sign on the wall. It was like they stepped it up. Their games are very high quality stuff, and it's like their presentation with their booth and everything was very high quality. It was very, very nice. Very nice. All right, next we got a small game. This one is from Thunderworks Games. This is designed by Jordi Aiden and Renato Simoes. Sorry if I'm getting the names wrong, but this is Fliptoons. And I did get the little big button micro expansion or mini expansion. This game, I had to get this just because of the artwork. Like, look at that. It looks like an old, like, 50s cartoon or something, right? It reminded me of that video game, Cuphead. if you've played video game Cuphead, like that type of artwork, the cards look like that. Again, I can't wait to unbox this and show you on that unboxing video. I don't know if I can get that in there, but there's some samples on the back. This game looks like a fun game. It's for ages 10 and up, 20 minutes, 1 to 4 players. This is going to be just like one of those warm-up games or a palate cleanser type of game, but this just looks like a lot of fun and just something to sit down. Hey, let's warm up while we're waiting for the rest of the team, the gamers to show up. We're just going to play a quick round of Flip Tunes. I can't wait to play it. All right, let's keep digging. All right. Let's put this box up here. We're just gonna, this has got some kind of bunch of little stuff in it. All right. So here we go. Fight 5. This is from Neon Knight. They are the ones who did Neon Rain last year. I don't even know if it was last year, but it was their Neon Rain was their first game that they put out, and Fight 5 is their next one. Sorry, I've just got a bunch of stuff that's kind of loose. But Fight 5 I picked up. This one, they had a deal for GenCon that if you bought the deluxe edition, which this one is, you get a copy of the standard edition for free. So I gave Rob my standard edition, so he's got a copy of this as well. I don't know a whole lot about it. It's what is this? I think it's just it's Fight 5. It's probably a 5-player game. Yeah, 1 to 5 players, 14 and up, 10 minutes. You get 5-player decks, 55 prize cards, and a rule book. It's going to be a quick fighting game. I really do like Neon Rain a lot. I think Neon Rain is an excellent fighting game. This looks really fun. Instead of 2 people, you can do it for 5, and we'll see how that goes. All right. Next, I picked up this little guy. His name, I was not talking to you. His name is Dozer from Robot Quest Arena. This, I know I think I did an unboxing on this one, and he's out of the package. This is like all his cards, his little tiles. He's out of the box because it was in a big plastic clamshell. I'm like, this doesn't fit, so I had to basically take this one, unpack it to put it into my suitcase. But Robot Quest Arena is a fun little robot battler, and this is just a fantastic game. So this was basically an additional robot. I'll be up in a minute. And yeah, I had to get this one. I think this guy, they said, is only you can pick up at cons. So I'm like, well, I got to pick him up. And then I did pick up, they have some Kickstarter, a backer promo pack with some more cards and tiles. So I grabbed that as well. And then, of course, I got the little, these are for your character. So those were in there as well. All right. And I'm going to do a couple of promo. No, we're going to save that. So I did pick up Lost Ruins of Arnak, the adventure chest. So it's basically a big storage solution for Lost Ruins of Arnak. I did buy that. It's not here. I had to mail it. It was a big box. But I did get a couple of promos. This one's got 3 promotional cards. This has got 1. So I picked up some promotion cards for Lost Ruins of Arnak. And I did get to play Lost Ruins of Arnak. I actually taught it to my buddy Franco at his house. And that's such a fantastic game. I really looking forward to playing it more. It's a fun game, but I don't play it often because there's so much setup. So, all right, we're gonna pause right there. We're gonna pause. You won't know it, but I'm gonna pause, and I'm gonna go eat my lunch, and then we'll be back. And I got so much stuff to go through. So, hold on. I'll be right back. And just like that, the magic of video, we're back from lunch. All right. So we're going to continue this GenCon haul. Now, this one I didn't get at GenCon. This is an older game, but my buddy Rob, he's a big fan. I was talking about Carl Chuddick earlier, and my buddy Rob loves Carl Chuddick, and he loves innovation. He's got a newer, there's I think an Ultimate Reversion or something that came out just recently, and he's got that. So when I showed up, he handed this to me and said, "Here, this I'm gifting to you." So I got Innovation Deluxe by Asmati Games, designed by Carl Chuddick. And now, because of Panda Spin, I have a little bit more interest in looking into this game. All right, let's keep it moving here. So we're still, all of this is still Gen Con. I have 2 boxes that I will be opening and showing you, but they were not Gen Con. They just showed up here while I was gone, but we're still in the Gen Con haul. All right. So from UBS Games and Wide Wizard Games, I got Star Trek Star Realms, the Borg Invasion expansion. So this is, I've got the Star Trek Star Realms, which is Star Realms just themed in Star Trek, and then this is the Borg expansion for that. So I like Star Realms, love Star Trek, and I have yet to play this, but I had to pick up the expansion anyways, so I do want to play that again, a 2-player. It's just harder to get tabled sometimes. And then my buddy Rob also gifted me Alhambra Roll and Write. He had I think he backed something from Queen Games. I'm always backwards. And I think they sent him 2 of these or something. He ended up somehow, he didn't pay for them, I know, but he was like, they sent him like a second one by mistake. So he was able to keep it, and so he gifted, and I love Alhambra, so I'm really excited to play the Roll and Write, and we'll see how that turns out. But that's, Queen Games. All right, this one, it's already open because we played it from Lookout Games. This is a Kosh game, Forest Shuffle Dartmoor. So this is a standalone game. You do not combine this with any of the previous 4 Shuffle games or expansions. This is a standalone on its own, and we played this there. I introduced those that were with us. There was 4 of us there spending the day together at Gen Con, and I know one of the guys, my buddy Franco, went and actually bought a copy of this, had never played it, and or even the original, and once we played this, he ended up buying a copy, I think, the next day. So that's Forest Shuffle Dartmoor. That was definitely one on my list. It's something I already have, but AEG loves to give away tiny towns at their big game night, it seems like. I think Rob's gotten 3 free copies of this from them at big game night. He now has another one. My copy came from him, which I think was his second one he had gotten at big game night. And then he got we all got another copy of it this week. So this, I'll probably, we might give this away. I mean, I don't know if it's worth this. I think so many people have this, but we might do a giveaway on the channel. If we don't, we'll just, I don't know, probably just give it away to someone in my group if anybody does want it. It's been around for a while. And all right, so this one I also got it. This is another game I got, Undergrove. I got this at was this the birthday event? Yes, this was the birthday, AEG birthday event. Undergrove from Elizabeth Hargrave and Mark Wooten, and art by Beth Sobel. This is it's a good game. I've only played it once. I just don't like the theme of mushrooms. But the game itself is good, and the theme just doesn't work for me. It's why I've never picked it up. But I think Elizabeth does a great job. I like her games that I have all tried so far. This one I think I will appreciate more playing it more than just one time. So, but it wasn't anything I wanted to go out and buy. So I'm glad I got a copy of it now. Again, hopefully I can play it again. It definitely deserves some more play. All right. So this is an older one, but Tzolk'in, Tribes and Prophecies. This is an expansion to Tzolk'in the Mayan calendar. This is by Danielle Tassini and Simone Luciani from Czech Games Edition. And this is just an expansion for Tzolk'in. And I just got Tzolk'in recently, played it for the first time. I was like, oh my gosh, this game is great. Wanted to get that expansion. All right. Next, from Thomas Holick and Capstone Games, we have Galileo Galilei. And give you a little sneak peek. No, never mind. I'm not going to say anything just yet. But this one looked really good. I was really glad to get a copy of this, and it was something I'm looking forward to playing this. This is the guy who released SETI and Tea Garden. So he's got like 3 big games that released within a year. SETI is fantastic. I love SETI. This one looks really good, so I was looking forward to getting this one tabled as well. All right. Then I don't remember where I got this. This is Capstone Games Family? Deep Print Games. This was free. It says CG Family. That looks like Capstone Games. If you ask me, it looks like their logo. I think I got this free. I think when I bought Galileo, I think if you made a purchase, like you buying stuff, they were giving this one away free with a purchase. So I don't know what Juicy Fruits is, but I guess we'll find out. All right. This one I'm looking forward to. It's a Scott Alms game from Matago called the Peak Team Rangers. This is a what is it? A 4-player game, up to 4 players, I think. And it's 1 to 5 players, ages 10 and up, 60 minutes. But it's a cooperative game where like you're working to like achieve goals. I believe it's co-op. I'm pretty sure this was. Cooperate and discover high mountain areas. You can explore on foot, kayak, or snowshoes, or in an RV, observe and save animals, and succeed in your missions raising to the top level. So there's a solo mode. There is this 5-player cooperative mode where you're working together to achieve some goals and stuff. And it looks very challenging and very interesting at the same time. So I'm really looking forward to that. I seem to be a fan of Scott Alms. All right. Last in this box before we go. So this will end. This is the last of the GenCon stuff until my box that I shipped to me arrives. That will be. It's not due here till Friday. So it was big. It was heavy. I went slow. But I picked up Ahoy, Fang, and Fortune expansion, and Ahoy Rivals and Renegades expansion. So I got both of these expansions to the game Ahoy. I did get the upgrade pack. So this has metal coins and some, I guess, wooden tokens, or I don't know, what are those? 19 printed wooden figures for the base game. All the ships for the 4 factions plus patrols and strongholds for the Bluefin Squadron. A nice cloth bag and 20 metal coins in this. And then I also picked up I got this treasure pack for free. This is some treasure cards, a gang die, corruption tokens, water tokens, and 2 sandbar tokens. So more content for Ahoy, which I really, really like. And that is from Leader Games. So, again, you do need Ahoy to play the base game. So that's all expansion stuff. I also did, with Galileo Galilei, I did get some promos as well. So I got there's a couple of cards in this. And then there's Edmund Haley. So that's for that. All right. You know what? I think that's all I'm going to do. The other stuff should be separate because those are unboxings. I think we're going to do... Nah, we're not. I got so many videos I need to make. I'm going to save this big one for last because that's... Woo, I can't wait. All right. This box, which looks like it took a little damage. All right. So this was something I ordered, and I think you might have a little bit of... You might have some deja vu here with this box. And you're going to realize the real problem that your lovely host here has. You're going to find out one of my numerous problems in a minute. Oh, it's freaking peanuts. I hate packing peanuts. Okay. Oh, yeah, this is... Well, I'll tell you what. I would have bought this at GenCon had I not already pre-ordered it. That's Zenith. This was there. And again, I would have bought this, but it was something I definitely wanted, and it was it was already available. So I'm like, I'll just buy it. And I bought some stuff to get enough to get free shipping. So I'm like, then I don't have to bring it back. Zenith is a fantastic, it's a fantastic game. It's for 2 or 4 players. It's a tug of war back and forth on each side of the board. So you're either doing a 4-player team game or just 2 players. This game is fantastic. I did get to play this. This is designed by Gregory Grard and Mathieu Rosell. Art is by Naiad, and it's by Playpunk. It's from Playpunk. So, fantastic game. Can't wait to open that and get to play that again. All right. What else? What else do we have in here? What is this? Okay. So that's another one. This is another one I was going to pick up at GenCon, but I'm like, you know what? It's available. I'll just order it and I don't have to haul it back. And that's Silos, Secret Interlopers from Outer Space. This box is bigger than I thought it was going to be. That's for sure. I was going to look at the others. I went by Bitewing's booth, or I don't think the others were with Bitewing. I can't remember. There was 3 games, Silos, Orbit, and Ego, I think, that are all like reprints of Knizia games. I think they were all his, and there was like a crowdfunding for it. And I remember looking at it, and I was just like, it got to be too expensive, and then I backed out. This was really the only one I really was kind of interested in. So, and I did pick up the Crop Circles expansion with this. I was going to look at the other 2 games at Gen Con, get a demo of them, but by the time I got to this booth, I had so much stuff that I'm like, I'm not even going to look at them. I'm not even going to look at them anymore. I got to stop with what I have. Because, deja vu time, because when you just keep buying and buying and buying, deja vu yet? Look familiar? When you get caught up at Gen Con and you get into the, oh, there it is, you might forget that you already ordered a copy of it so that you didn't have to buy it at Gen Con and haul it home. This guy's a dummy. I'm a big dummy. So, I have 2 copies now. So, I don't know what we're going to do with this. I'm going to check with my game group first and see if anyone wants to buy it off of me at a discount off of the retail price. If no one wants it, then maybe we'll do a giveaway, but don't hold me to that. I spent a lot of money this last week. I need to recoup some cost. I hated that I bought that twice. Oh, and then, yeah, bought it twice. Oh, okay. So that box is empty. Now, this is a very special treat. If you're still watching this video, how far are we into this? Where's my timer? Oh, there it is. We're 45 minutes into this unbox or mailbag. Longest mailbag ever for this channel. This next box is something I kickstarted maybe 2 years ago, and it arrived the day I left for GenCon. It showed up. I was like, no, was so hoping it would have showed up earlier. I am going to open it up, and then I will pull it out one at a time to show you. But it is something I have been waiting for a good long time. Let's make sure I don't slice my leg open. As I do this awkwardly, I should pre-cut in the future. But then it's not an unboxing, right? You got to get the full experience. Put the Zenith down here. All right. Needless to say, those empty spots over here are going to be filled by the end of the day. I might be looking for more shelf space by the time this day is over. All right, box is sliced. Oh, not all the way. It's not. This one's really taped up, which I'm grateful for because this is a heavy box. There's quite a bit of stuff in this box. Thankfully, no packing peanuts. All right. What could it be? What has Mark waited for so long? Let me see. Ooh, don't give out any secrets yet. Oh, and it's not even everything. So it's only half, which I was kind of expecting. It's only half of my pledge. And they did say it might ship in multiple boxes. And the other half of it might not come until another month or so. Let me see. How do I want to... I'm going to get the box out. Get the big box. Then I can show you all the other stuff that I got. All right, I'm going to try to get it out of here. Oh, it's a biggie. Dun, dun, dun. Let the camera, yeah, there you go. Fix the camera lighting. Nemesis Retaliation from Awakened Realms and Adam Kopinski. Oh, I love Nemesis. And this looks so intense. I just cannot wait to play this. This is a big boy. There's a lot of, I don't know, the lighting. Try to see, there's a little kind of picture of the way it's like a tile placed. You're going to build the map and the board out when you play. Now it's always going to be kind of like what it looks like there, but your corridors could be could be different every single time, but you still have like a left axis and a top kind of a border. So you got this border, and it's always going to be kind of built out. You're going to be building out your corridors and your rooms and stuff as you go. Super excited for that. There's a little note in here. I'll look at that later. I got the Retaliation, the stretch goals. I'm going to get that out of the way. We got the Nemesis Retaliation acrylic tokens for the Sand Grievers and the Zirians. Those don't show. So I've got tokens, essentially acrylic tokens. We have Nemesis Retaliation acrylic tokens stretch goal. So that's another tokens. We have the Nemesis Retaliation acrylic tokens core box. So you tell I like acrylic tokens. One more. Nemesis Retaliation support squad expansion. Oh. And I'm going to get another box, probably about this size. Maybe a little smaller, but probably about that, because I have yet to been able to purchase the original Nemesis game. When I first was introduced to it, it was not available at my store, and they had Nemesis Lockdown available. So I bought Lockdown, and I've played that, and I love it as well. And when this crowdfunded, you had the option to buy the original game with the stretch goals and all the upgrades and stuff with that for all the previous games. So I already had Lockdown, so I've ordered that original Nemesis game as well, and that is still on its way. So, which is fine. I've got this. This is the one I was waiting on. So, woo! It's here. All right. So, there you go. Oh, that's right. It keeps falling over. All right. Well, that's it. We are at 50 minutes. I don't know how many games. That was a lot. And I still, like I said, I got, I think 5 more coming. So I did get Ready, Set, Bet, the High Roller Edition. It's the box is, no lie, it's probably about this long. It's huge. It's got huge play mats. It's like a big party version, and it is, wow, high quality. Like, I was so impressed. It was one of the things that we played at that birthday event, and one of us in our group did win the game and got to take it home. Like, it was so cool. So I'm super happy that they got to do that. And then I'm like, I was so impressed with it that I'm like, I could have bought it at GenCon. They had it for sale at a much better price too. They had a really good price on it at GenCon. It was $30 cheaper than retail. But the box is so big, and I'm like, I'll spend $30 just shipping it. It won't fit in any suitcase. So I just ordered it off their site, and it's coming. And so I got that coming. And then in another box, I did get the Lost Ruins of Arnak adventure chest. So I've got Point Galaxy and Propolis. Both I got those from the AEG Big Game Night. I also have them coming because I crowdfunded them. So I'm going to have 2 copies of those as well. And then they gave us Cascadia Jr. I will be giving that away, I'm sure. I have no juniors in my house that want to play that. So that'll probably be coming up. Maybe we'll do it a giveaway if anyone of you are listening and have younger children and might want Cascadia Jr. Keep an eye out. We might be giving another away. Probably have more information on that. Any giveaways we might be doing, we'll probably talk about tomorrow on our podcast when we do release that. Rob and I will be getting together on Tuesday, August 5th to record our post-GenCon 2025 podcast, and we're going to talk about everything. So, yeah, well, might get more of that there, and tune in for that because you'll get to see what Rob is doing or what Rob got. We're going to talk about. I'll probably go through a lot of this, but won't be necessarily showing it on camera, but we'll definitely be talking about some things. All right, well, I'm going to try to find my button here to get this started to going out. So again, please do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon so you never miss when we're dropping new content. Again, I'm going to have videos out every day, probably for at least a month. You're going to see something new from this channel. And yeah, so hit that bell icon. All right. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Really appreciate it. And we will see you at the table.